Hey everybody, this is Mahoney. I know it's been a while since I've vlogged. I've had a cornucopia of catastrophes um, from, what you guys already know as far as my med changes, um, making it real difficult for me to concentrate until I kind of get used to it. But I kind of wanted to talk about friends. Um, I've been working really hard at Casa Del Loki to try and create a database where people can share information, learn things, and you got some crazy guy like myself that's willing to take some of these ideas and put them to the test, film them, and give you kind of an unbiased look as to the techniques. I mean, there's positive and negatives to all of that. Um, Unfortunately, uh, to do what I've been doing, it requires more than just one person. I find that it's taken up quite a bit of my time. I did have a little Casa Del Loki crew. I don't know if you guys remember Vera and Buckner. They were here, and things were going really good there. We had three of us on the same page. Um, some crazy misunderstandings. Two people fell in love. They took off, and I was kind of left behind again. And I had worked out a deal with a couple of the new friends to maybe come out and do this, and they reassure me. They give me their word that this is going to happen, and um, other things happen, that are beyond your control, but yet I'm still left thinking that these people are adults and they're allowing other people to kind of control what they're doing. Um, I know financially a lot of people are stuck, but uh, I just think that it would have been a lot easier on me and those that I've been talking to, because I've been working really hard to set up stuff for when I get a co-host here. Unfortunately, I was led to believe right up until today or yesterday that everything was going as according to plan. They were going to be here at such and such time, and then something came up, and then something else came up, and I started to feel like this this person's backing out of it. All the time reassuring me that it's going to happen, and um, even when this person was telling me about it, they were reassuring me that eventually it's going to happen. I'm going to be there, and I'd say 5 minutes later, I get a call back saying that it's not going to happen. All the reasons why that were so important medically no longer come into play. All the work that I put in, all the sacrifices that I made, I'm way behind on videos. I'm way behind on a lot of stuff simply because I had been holding out until I had this other person to help me. Um, I don't blame them 100%, but I do feel that if there was any doubt whatsoever, uh, it would have been it would have been better to just be upfront about it. That way, I could plan and work my way around it. Unfortunately, being reassured that within a certain time frame this was going to happen and they were going to do this and this, uh, I had things set up and ready to go, and now this summer is completely wasted other than what I've been trying to do. And I sort of held off on a lot of the cultivation aspects of it, just simply to educate and show firsthand what it is that I do and how I help people and consult on their own personal growth. And so it's not just me that's being let down here. It's patients. You know, it's the guy who lives in Asperia who is dying of cancer, who's been waiting patiently for me. Um, so now I have to redo everything. Um, of course, it looks bad on me, and I can't go around blaming it on somebody else. I didn't know, and according to them, they didn't really know either. I just feel like I saw some warning signs, and yet I was reassured when those warning signs came up, but it just never got acknowledged. And now it's not me that's suffering. It's those that were waiting for me, which it really kind of affects with me. It messes with me emotionally and mentally because when I give my word, I follow through. Um, I mean, how do you tell someone who's begging you for help that you can't help them, and any reasons why would just be a pointless excuse? It's giving false hope to people who have none, and then take it away. It's not right. It's not fair to them. So I'm playing catch up. I'm trying to do multiple things at once, um, and I'm falling way behind. It's amazing to me how many people out there say they're willing to help and volunteer their time and do it just because they want to help people. But when it comes down to it, when it's time to show up for the day of volunteering to help others, it's just like the blood drive in Seattle. I'm standing there myself, and you can only draw so much of your own blood before you pass out from lack of blood. But like I said, I don't blame the individual. There's a lot of other things that are involved, and that's what makes it so hard. Is that um, it's not this individual who was supposed to come out's fault entirely. Or, I mean, a lot of crazy things happened. He was attacked and all sorts of stuff, but it just seems that I always get to where uh, I have everything ready and set to go, and because I'm dependent on somebody else, it never comes to fruition. All the work and the sleepless nights and the phone calls, um, fighting, being sick just to get up every day and work towards this, only to be told, we're not doing it, I'm done, it's all you. You know, um, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Um, I find people locally that they say they want to help, but I don't think they quite understand what it is that I'm doing. They think I'm like a dispensary owner or some freaking guerrilla grower. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, that's what you did, but my mission now is more for compassion. I don't even keep a lot for myself, and what I do have left over, I give away. I never charge. I mean, I've had donations where they just insist on giving me the money, but it's the satisfaction of helping somebody. And, I was hoping that this friend of mine that was supposed to come out, would also benefit from it. Kind of get out of the area where they're at, get away from the violence and the craziness and the anarchy of family life and stuff like that. It's hard when people don't understand your disabilities, and that I sympathize. I do. Um, but that doesn't help me. Um, and it, it's rare that I find someone that actually sympathizes with what I'm trying to do. They either think I'm crazy, stupid, or faking it. But that's not going to deter me. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue doing what I do, even if I have to do it by myself. I just hope that this little stumble doesn't affect the way people look at me in a negative fashion. Um, just out there trying to help people find the answers and help them to live a better quality of life, and in turn have them teach somebody else. Once we educate everybody, a lot of the other things that come with this stigma of medical cannabis and cannabis in general should kind of disappear. You know, the more you understand about it and how it works, the effects. No propaganda, no bias left, no bias right, just empirical evidence. So I'm gonna keep doing it. It might take a little bit longer, and I'm definitely looking for people that are willing to help. It looks as though I'm going to need to be a little more independent. I gave up my driver's license when I first was disabled because I had some nerve issues and was on medication, a lot of bad narcotics, and I didn't want to crash and hurt somebody or kill somebody, so I voluntarily gave it up. But I think I'm at the point now where my next goal needs to be to get that license and the vehicle so that I can do this without needing to depend on somebody else, which is it's kind of sad, really, because without the help of a large community, we would have never had things like Hemp Fest or the Cannabis Cups or the Oregon Normal Cafe, Colorado, Washington legalizing it. We wouldn't have Senate Bill 420 here in California. So, I mean, I understand. It doesn't mean that I'm not disappointed. This doesn't mean that I'm not stressed out about needing to do all of this. There's a lot of expectation that's been put upon me, and I have a bad habit of putting my trust in people completely. I have this motto where I give my friendship and trust freely until you give me a reason not to. Um, and that worked for a while, but it's proven to be my downfall, and that scares me. It scares me to think that I have to come through with distrust and um, you know, look at this person like they're an intruder instead of another human being trying to do the right thing. It kind of goes against some of the morals I have. And when you do that, when you judge before you meet, that's where ignorance is born. That's that's where anarchy comes from, and without a little bit of order, I mean, even if it's as simple as, treat each other with the same respect you'd want. It's scary to think that we're in a time where those values no longer exist. And I worry about the future. I worry about my son. I worry about friends of mine that are in college or going to college. These guys they have hopes and dreams too, and I just know that life is going to eventually make them a little bit jaded, and that saddens me. So, but this has been on my mind, so I felt I needed to vlog about it and get it down. That way, those of you who are wondering, you'll know that it's not necessarily my health. I'm not in any immediate mortal danger. It's kind of a bad luck, I guess. It just sort of happens all at once sometimes, um, when you least expect it. So I'm going to have to wipe the slate clean and start start over on my sketchboard. So either one of my channels, if you guys have ideas or questions, if you're in my local area and you want to volunteer to help cover different events, and meet interesting people, by all means try to get a hold of me, and we'll work together and see what it is that you exactly want from this, and what I need as far as help to help others. So yeah, just figured I would touch base and keep this going for you guys. So I think I've rambled enough. And again, I don't blame my friend for the situation. Um, if there was any doubt on his part, I'm sure he would have told me. To think otherwise would just tear you apart, and I have no reason to think otherwise. I know what happened, and it was definitely beyond his control. But it's still kind of it's letting me down. But that's all right, because if I couldn't carry it this far, then I'm probably doing the wrong thing anyway. So I will continue to try and carry it until I can find like-minded people that are willing to work with me. This isn't about money. This isn't about fame. This is about educating others and helping others. So if that's you, even if you just want to correspond via the internet, starting a blog page, and I have communities, cannabis talks, or Canology on Google+, as well as what I have here on YouTube with my 2 channels. You can participate there too, and that would be a tremendous help, because I can't be everywhere in the world or everywhere in the US at the same time either. So to create this kind of database of information and help, you need to get it from more than just one person, and right now I'm the one person, so I need you other people out there, those that have honed your techniques, experts, those with curious minds that have good questions. I need your help. So definitely try and get a hold of me. And I am willing to work with you uh, to achieve a common goal. So ideally, we can find some people and keep this thing going. But until then, I'm going to have to apologize as far as the videos are going to be kind of far and in between. I have to redo a few things I had prepared, the house and a few things for this roommate to come out, and everything was kind of dependent on that, and now I don't have it. I don't have that foundation, and I have to start over. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop. So in any case, this is Mahoney, just vlogging as usual, letting you guys know what's going on. And I really hope to hear from some of you out there that are willing to participate and help. It would be fantastic. So until then, um, happy gardening and good luck.